Hi everyone, my name is Bailey and I chose to interview Dr. Settles for this leadership interview. I chose Dr. Settles because although I don't know what I want to do after I graduate, I knew that I could definitely benefit from speaking with someone such as Dr. Settles, who through his research, he has to adapt his leadership style to many different areas of agriculture. He has to be able to talk with others and lead others in different situations, and also he has to be able to lead many different types of people through the work that he does, um, which I definitely think is a great skill to have, and definitely something that I wanted to learn more about. Not just his research, but how his leadership style has kind of grown through what he does and how he's learned to adapt to all the different situations that he's faced in his work every day. My perceptions of Dr. Settles during the interview was that he first and foremost is definitely a passionate leader. He spoke very passionately, about everything that he does and the work that he does with others. And I could definitely tell that his passion for what he does reflects in how he leads others. I also definitely kind of got the vibe that he isn't as much as like a super controlling kind of like directive person. He's definitely more of like a sit back and watch, and he kind of lets people do things first and leads them in a more like laid back way instead of kind of being involved in everything from the get go, which I think is a really good thing as well. Definitely shows that he has a lot of trust in the people that he's working with. And that in turn, I could definitely see that those that he worked with have a lot of trust put back into him as a leader as well. During the interview, we definitely talked a lot about creativity in his leadership style, and that's definitely what the most of the interview kind of focused around innovation and creativity among the people that he works with. He's not one of the type of leaders to kind of give, like a specific thing that needs to be done and straying from that is a negative. Well, there are certain things that need to be done by the book. He definitely loves kind of fostering creativity and finding different ways to do things that kind of help inspire more creativity within the people that he's working with. And I think that's a really great characteristic that we mostly focused on during his interview. After the interview, my perception of Dr. Settles definitely changed a little bit. At the beginning, I definitely saw him as, a little bit quieter and kind of mistook that for maybe not being as effective as a leader. But after talking to him, I definitely realized that he still, effectively communicates with his team, and, his ability to kind of not be the most outgoing person in the room, but still be a leader that, his whole team respects, just shows how much integrity he does have as a leader, and how much his team enjoys being led by him and just working with him. And I definitely kind of mistook that quietness for ineffectiveness at the beginning, but that's definitely not the case. After talking with Dr. Settles during the interview, I was definitely able to see a little bit more about how in like a situational approach, he has a very good balance of directive and supportive kind of styles, although I would say he definitely tends to be a little bit more towards a supportive leadership style, kind of wanting feedback and fostering that relationship with his followers. One of the things he mentioned is how he used to TA for a class, and that's kind of how he got introduced to the idea that he loved kind of working with others and helping others, and kind of not really being front and center and doing different specific tasks for people to do, and having more of that directive behavior, but he more enjoyed kind of letting people share their thoughts and then giving feedback based off of that, and kind of taking more of a supportive leadership style. Um, and a lot of different examples that he used just further supported, that he really enjoys kind of having that coaching role and that supportive role rather than being too like up close and directing others when helping and doing research and things like that.